Good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me today on this beautiful Friday morning. It is so beautiful outside. So, thank you all for spending your morning with me. I'm so super excited to be here with you all. And it's a fun month. This month is packed with so much happening. It's Asian American Pacific Islander Month, and I'll give you guys more information on that. It's Mother's Day month, it's graduation, the kids are getting out of school, so much happening, and it's beautiful weather. I love spring, and this is the perfect month. It just feels like right every single day. So lots to talk about and lots to just enjoy and celebrate for this month. And first, just a quick fact. Today is May 5th, and many of you might be hearing Cinco de Mayo. And a quick fact is today is not Mexican Independence Day. As most of us might hear, it being a celebration of Mexican independence, it's not. It's actually a celebration of a victory of a battle in Mexico, the Battle of Puebla. And in Mexico, it is a celebration of the military. So, quick FYI, just in case anyone didn't know. And as I mentioned, it's also Asian American Pacific Islander Month. And this month specifically, I do connect a little bit more or feel that it's very important, particularly for myself, because of my ancestry. So I'll give you guys a quick background. I always get the question of where I'm from, or what's my nationality, or where was I born. So I'm Guyanese, and I'm from a country in South America called Guyana. And mostly everyone is not really familiar where that is. Most people might think it's Ghana, which is a country in Africa, but some quick ways to kind of bring everyone up to speed. Mostly everyone is aware of Jim Jones, not the rapper, the cult leader who had a bunch of people or brought a bunch of people down to Guyana and Jonestown, and unfortunately there was a mass cult episode there. So that's one way that most people might have heard of Guyana in the past. But it is a country right above Brazil and next to Venezuela. It's very tropical, lots of indigenous people still that live there, very rainforest, and the Amazon rainforest is right there. So it's very beautiful. And surprisingly, I have not been back since I left way back in the 80s, in 1989. So I have not been back, unfortunately, but from pictures and like for updates to family, it looks absolutely gorgeous, and there's a lot happening there. So today also, May 5th, is another special day because it commemorates or is celebrated as Indian Arrival Day in Guyana. So I'll explain that to you guys. So Guyana is colonized or was colonized by the British, and nationalities or people from around the world were brought there from different areas in the world, particularly China, Asia, India, Portugal, and they were brought there as indentured servants. So today, May 5th, in 1838 marks the day of Indian arrival in Guyana. So people from India were brought there as indentured servants. They were taken from their homes back in India and brought there to work. So it's a strange day to seem to be celebrating because, you're taken from your homes way across the world and brought somewhere else to start a whole new life. And most people didn't go back, or they didn't, I don't think a lot of people were able to go back. So a whole new life was brought to the other side of the world, and new families and new life was started. So maybe that's the reason why it's celebrated, of the new life and generations that were formed in the new place of living now. So if anyone does have an explanation on that, please do share it, because I am very curious to know as well. And bringing it back now and associating it with what I mentioned first of this month being of Asian Pacific Islander Month, I do associate myself of being of Asian descent because I fall closely to this category when I'm filling out demographic paperwork. There's no particular demographic on paperwork that comes close to someone of Guyanese descent or like West Indian. There's, you see Asian, you see the other other nationalities, but I feel like I fall into this category. And that's one point I wanted to bring up. I'm falling into a category or coming close to a category. So when researchers or when doctors or healthcare professionals are treating me or treating someone from my descent or my nationality, they're coming up with this information or basing it off of someone that falls into a certain category because it's similar. So there's not a lot of research out there, and this is why I was always stressing and always bringing up the importance of precision medicine and the project I'm working on, All of Us. So now that you have a lot more people aware of taking a stance in their health and being active and proactive in their healthcare, it's so important to contribute to research projects that focus on precision medicine for this exact reason. We shouldn't have to fall into a category or come close to a category to get information on how to treat our patients or treat ourselves. We should be able to have as much information to provide good quality patient care, right? So this is why I'm so very passionate about this research program, and I will be sharing the links below on how you could contribute to it as well, so it could help you now and for future generations as well, and give you a lot of information on what precision medicine research does for our future. And let's see, what else is coming up this month? So my Google page is now officially live. So it's live and active online. So thank you to everyone who's been reaching out and contributing their reviews. If you were a client or a patient or we worked together in the past, please do leave your comments. It helps others to understand the services I do provide. So thank you all again ahead of time for all of the reviews and comments I've been getting. I really, really appreciate it. Also, the book reviews as well on Amazon. Thank you all so much for all of the amazing feedback that I'm getting from all different platforms. It really honestly does help a lot, and I really value all of your feedback and all of your responses I've been getting. And I did mention as well last week that there's another project I'm working on, and this one is different than the STEM series that I mentioned that I'm still creating with the kids. So this one, I'll give you a little bit more information now that it's coming very close to the time of being published. It's a coloring book that is composed of all of the different specialties of pharmacy. And this year, May, marks 15 years since I've graduated St. John's. And I initially wanted to create something for the graduating class of my alma mater and give them something commemorating my anniversary of the date. So that was my initial intention, and I think it worked out perfect because of all of the media and all of the references we were getting to the practice of pharmacy and the profession of pharmacy, because everywhere that I turn or everywhere that I want to speak to who's outside the profession or who are not really finding their niche in the profession, they really don't recommend it, or they always say something negative about it. So why, exactly what does that mean? Or why would you say that? Or what's the reasoning behind it? So a lot of it has to do with patient education and this public education, and just not familiarizing yourself with all of the many aspects of pharmacy. Because back in the days, I've only noticed that people only know of retail pharmacy and hospital pharmacy. Those were an industry. So those were the main areas that you could practice. But after compiling this book, I came up with over 50 specialties in pharmacy, which is amazing. And I apologize ahead of time because it was supposed to be published way before this, but I kept adding more and more specialties on because I kept finding out more and more existed, which is great, but it will make it on time for graduation gifts and for anyone in the profession who wants to gift it as something for graduating. But so just a quick heads up, sorry about the delay, but it will be coming out soon. So there's over 50 different areas of specialty in pharmacy, which is absolutely amazing. There's not just retail, not just hospital. but so many different ways that you could practice and provide patient care. I think that's absolutely amazing. And the way that it was presented, it makes you wonder, like, what else can I do? If I'm not happy in a certain area where I'm working, step out of that particular field that you're in, or go and research or look for something else that might be of interest and practice where you're happy. Don't stay in a situation where you're going to be unhappy and just keep on going through the cycle of saying, well, I hate it, or I'll never recommend it, or I won't do good in it, because you have so many opportunities to practice at the top of your license still and still be able to enjoy what you do, because you have to enjoy what you do. And this is your profession. You have to love it. It's like a marriage. If you're not happy in it, or you're not going to be, you're not putting in the work, or you're not fully there, you're just going to be miserable. You have to find your level of happiness and just work on it and make it your own. So own your space. And I will give you guys a quick printout of the cover. Sorry, it couldn't be the actual cover itself, the book itself, but this is what it looks like. It's a coloring book, a great stress reliever, because we all see those stress relieving coloring books with all the lines and all the intricate designs in there. So it's similar to that. And you know, adults could color it for fun. The kids could color it to learn about all the different areas of pharmacy practice, even the little ones. Like, think of it as being in the pharmacy waiting room while you're waiting for your prescription, and there's this coloring book there, like the doctor's office they have, or sometimes you go to the restaurants, they give you a coloring sheet. So it's similar to that, where it's a great captivating way to keep the kids entertained while you're waiting, hopefully not too long for your prescriptions. But lots of ideas to come out of it, but it's still changing and growing, as you can see. I just had to make revisions while I was submitting the piece for publication. So I intentionally left a page blank in there as well, because it has so much room to grow. There's so many areas still that could have a pharmacist in there owning that space and doing so many amazing things. So there is a page in there that is intentionally left blank for that exact reason. And that is my big reveal on that. So I will keep you guys all posted. I'll put the links below as well for the All of Us research program, the Amazon book link, the Google page, and when this does become available and live, I will put the link in there as well. It will be same as before, be able to purchase on different books retailers throughout the world. Amazon will be listed first, and I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you all for spending your Friday morning with me, and enjoy the weekend, and see you guys. Bye.